So we got the last Guarded 3 update, was it like 2-3 weeks ago by this point. This video was supposed to go up earlier, but you know, things happen. And it was a bit of a surprise for some of us. Past the crazy stuff that happened, the way that it ended, it didn't have that whole to be continued. Did it even have credits? I can't remember, but you know, so it was like, what's going on? And if you remember my video that I made, I'm like, all right, they've been breaking down all the updates before they came out. We haven't got any information of what's coming after 250. Next thing you know, they put out a blog post basically saying that version 2.50 was the last update. In that blog post, they also talked about the fact that they've been supporting Guarded 3 for a year and 3 months. That's crazy. And then it was 8 months since the Switch version came out. So let's just look at it. Yeah, let's just take a look at this. So we can see here, this was actually translated by Google Translator, so it's might have some weird stuff going on, but nonetheless, we see, hello everyone, I'm Toyama, the producer of Guarded 3. So I'm pretty sure Toyama was the producer of Guarded 3 and Code Veins. Now, there's a whole different development team that created developed God Eater 3 and Code Vein, but the producer at the at the tippy top kind of level was the same for both. Today we have released the free update version 2.50. This is the 24th. So what is that? It's about 2 weeks ago. That's not that far away. Additional episode Encounter with the Past on edition added, new extra missions, new challenge missions. So breaking it down, we kind of played all this, the 2 streams we had. Bro, this was amazing. So we're not gonna talk too deeply about it. I'll give my thoughts after this, but just so you know, bro, holy crap, this update was insane. So if you are not caught up, please catch up. This one added cutscenes. It added some. Oh my god, I'm gonna just leave it there. So when we scroll down to the bottom, this is where we see the sad news. The update scheduled for Guarded 3 will end with this version 2.50. 1 year and 3 months since the release of PlayStation 4 version and 8 months since the release of Nintendo Switch version. Thank you very much for your long-term relationship. To date, we have received 3,185 posts in the opinion and request form we have set up. I read everything from strict opinions to words of support. I hope you've loved Guarded 3 with the update. I'd like to thank everyone for Chrysanthemum. What? Chrysanthemum? That's the only thing I could think about in the future. Or I don't know what else that Chrysanthemum would be. 10th anniversary of Guarded series is still running. We hope you will continue to wait for information from the fan club. Then, until the day we can meet again. Okay. So if you guys remember back I think it was in the middle of these updates we were getting, the way that they were breaking them all down, telling us all these details, what was getting. I had a theory that Guarded 3 would eventually end up being a Guarded 3 burst. And that was just me thinking, through these updates, they're going to add so much that we get to a burst version. But let's be real for a second. Can you imagine if they did that for free? All through just free updates? Like, that's insane. But on that note, there's still a couple things that feel unanswered in my opinion. Firstly, isn't it interesting how they only got up to plus 60 for our weapons? You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since the reboot of Guarder, Resurrection 2, Rage Burst, after they re-released it, all of those games have up to plus 99, right? So the new age Guiders get to plus 99. So why did they stop at just plus 60? So to start off this video, in a sense, like, my biggest question is, are we really done here? Previous God Eater titles were locked to portable devices, and whenever we talk about portable devices, you're not really adding substantial updates to those games that add what they kind of did with God Eater 3, right? And we're in a DLC era. So we get these updates to add a little bit of the story. My theory was that this update that they added were supposed to be in the main game, but they kind of didn't have time or something like that. And they're like, how about we just take this post-release so we can get this game out? That's what I think. So it's like, do you think we will be getting an expansion DLC? The way version 2.50 ended, obviously, felt like there are things that are undone. Or maybe, should I say, things to be done. I like that better. And the tone of that ending didn't give me a vibe of like, find out next time in God Eater 4, you know what I mean? It just has this feeling of something that we could do in this game, God Eater 3. But at the same time, not at all. Like, it definitely feels like they could just stop it there, and this could be just picking up in God Eater 4. The thing is, If you think about the other games, God Eater 1, 2, and 3, they all have some big old time skip, something drastic changes in the world of God Eater. Whereas that ending didn't feel like it would be a drastic change. Unless they just connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's both sides are there. Both sides are there. Let me know what you guys think on that. Because, you know, I could go both ways. The second problem here is that, yes, they were 1,000% not lying. They were correct. They didn't, like, you know, lie to us or anything like that. What I mean is, whenever the game was about to release, they had said, hey, we're going to be supporting this game for the long run. We're going to add over 100, you know, missions and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. And obviously we see that they added a ton of missions, a ton of things to do. Honestly, they spiced it up and they actually made it fun. I feel like the stuff they did that kind of stuff in the other games, and they weren't as fun. These ones are enjoyable. But regardless, God Eater 3 is substantially shorter than the other games. Like, even when we don't talk about the burst version of them. And I'm just curious as to why. You know, with the way we're set up now, I feel like a DLC could add the same amount of story as the base game. Even if it didn't, that is still a substantial piece that they could add on to it. And like we said, after we saw what happened at 2.50, and that hype, the hype that kind of trailer for the DLC would bring, whenever people that just only know about the anime see the old people, come on now. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, you know. So I mean, if I'm being real, and I know Bandai, this shit is done. I know, right? I just had this whole video about all this blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden I say that. But I'm just being logical, right? I'm thinking logically, and we all know Bandai isn't logical, right? It's so and they control this, so it's rough, man. It's rough. The thing with this is like, yo, God Eater, the franchise God Eater, it's lasted for so long. And it just got revived and then got a brand new entry. Yet this new entry release was nowhere near as hype as that re-release of the games. I think the biggest problem was that it wasn't on portable devices like it's natively used to. Bro, because Resurrection had 10 times more hype. Oh my god. It was on fire back in the day. It was multiple reasons, the anime as well, but still. And it just sucks because it's like we were playing freaking the 2010 game. Now mind you, obviously it was remastered. They added more, but it was a 2010 game at the core, the gameplay, right? And God Eater 3's gameplay is so smooth and good. So it's just unfortunate that we couldn't have had that type of hype, because it would have garnered so much more people to stay and stick with it. Think about that, man. But anyways, man, past that, God Eater 3 update 2.50 was insane, like I touched upon at the start, bro. They added so much. We got huge background on the state of GE3. We even learned more about, that was the craziest part. The fact that we learned so much about Soma at the end, that's like so big, because the way that 3 was set up was like distancing ourselves from the rest of the games, right? It was kind of in its own world. You could honestly start with 3 and kind of be fine. You'd miss out on a couple things, and you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the story would all make sense. Nothing would be confusing. And it's like all the previous episodes that we got, they did not prepare us for what the heck they just did in that one. Because oh my god, can you imagine if all those were like that? Now mind you, there wasn't much for them to do, because you know what I'm saying. So it makes sense. But overall, we're far from done from playing God Eater 3. We got a lot to do, a lot of weapons to just continue to try out, play around with. I still got to grind up my weapons so we can get to the Crimson Ashlands missions, because those, 1, are super hard, and 2, you're going to need to be prepared. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going through the elite certification missions. That's what I'm talking about. There's fun. The way that, I think what it is how it's solo. It forces you to be solo, and it's actually mad fun because it really tests you. It is. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that live. Let me know if you guys want to like see a little progression videos from the streams until we get to Crimson Ashlands. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if I can do that quick, but at the same time, maybe we can just prolong the God Eater 3 content. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. All in all, it was really fun to be coming back to God Eater 3, you know, like periodically. Then it became kind of like once a month. It was just so cool to be coming in for not just to play and just to stream, but for new stuff. It really, bro. So other than that, that's all I gotta say. God Eater lore series will be updated. Look out for that in the coming weeks. Yeah, so hope to see y'all in some streams. And I gotta go make the Convey video because that one also ended. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want some more content, and comment. I guess that's it. Oh my god, I always mess this up. So yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.